Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. In the local scene, the provincial government of Albay inaugurated a new provincial health office warehouse in Salvacion Daraga, a facility designed to improve disaster preparedness and strengthen health service management. Provincial Health Officer in charge, Dr. Stella Zanit, said that the warehouse will centralize storage for medicines, medical supplies, and equipment, ensuring faster access during emergencies. Previously scattered across different sites, health resources can now be managed more efficiently and protected under the proper storage conditions. The new facility marks another step in the province's efforts to enhance public health and build resilience against disasters. In other story, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Albay has approved an agreement with the Bicol Regional Hospital and Medical Center, designating it as the provincial government of Albay's apex hospital. Committee on Laws Chairperson Attorney Sheena Marie Rubio de la Cruz said that the partnership will allow hospital to extend specialized medical services and expertise to provincial and district hospitals. The provincial government will provide funding and logistical support, while the hospital will deploy medical staff to strengthen health operations. The move supports the Universal Health Care Act and aims to improve access to quality medical services across Albay. In the national scene, Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla was appointed as the new ombudsman by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. last Tuesday, October 9. Malacanang said that Remulla underwent a rigorous selection process vetted by the Judicial Bar Council and then appointed by the President. This statement was also made after the several negative feedbacks regarding Remulla's appointment. Senator Amy Marquez and Senator Rodante Marcoleta have expressed their opposition to his reported appointment to the office of the Ombudsman. Despite the backlash, the palace affirmed the president's full confidence in Remulla's ability to uphold accountability and justice. He replaces outgoing Ombudsman Samuel Martirez, whose term ends this month. In other story, Senator Francis Pangilinan said it would be unwise to accept another chairmanship when asked if he was interested in the now vacant position of chair of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Senate President Vicente Soto III had initially named Pangilinan along with Senators J.V. Ejercito, Rafi Tulfo, Pia Cayetano, and Risa Ontiveros as possible replacements for the Senator Panfilo Lacson as chair. In a post on X, Pangilinan explained that he already chairs the Senate Committees on Agriculture, Food and Agrarian Reform, Justice and Human Rights, and the Constitutional Amendments and Revision of Codes. Taking on a fourth committee, especially the powerful Blue Ribbon Committee, would be unwise, he said. Senator Pangilinan had earlier expressed hope that the now former Blue Ribbon Committee chairperson, Senator Lacson, would reconsider his decision to step down but respect his decision. Citing his 15 years of work in food security and the agricultural sector, Pangilinan said it would be best for him to continue focusing on that area. Aside from Pangilinan, Senator Rafi Tulfo also declined the chairmanship, citing the same reason. In other news, the Bureau of Customs has submitted documents on 28 luxury vehicles linked to the Discaya family to the Interagency Committee on Importations. The move is part of an ongoing investigation into the alleged smuggling and tax evasion and 8 of the vehicles have no import records and are considered smuggled. Another 7 were flagged for questionable declarations and missing payment documents. The Discayas said they owned vehicles, many of which were found during a raid at their construction firm's compound in Pasig. The agency said that the unpaid taxes and duties could reach over 104 million pesos. The ICI will now review the documents and decide on possible legal enforcement action. The BOC officials stressed that they are committed to going after smuggled luxury goods, no matter who owns them. And in the news outside the country, French President Emmanuel Macron is facing growing pressure to resign as France deals with a serious political crisis. The crisis worsened after Prime Minister Michel Barnier was removed from office following a vote of no confidence, the first successful one in over 60 years. These happened because recent snap elections left Macron's political party without a clear majority in parliament. Macron said he will not quit and plans to finish his term, which ends in 2027. But opposition parties said he should step down to help end the political deadlock and bring stability to the country. This political struggle is making it difficult for the government to pass important laws. Business leaders and experts are worried about the economy, especially as France faces possible credit rating downgrades. In other story, 2 years after the October 7, 2023 attack, the war in Gaza continues even as peace talks move forward. As Israel marks the anniversary of the Hamas-led assault that sparked the conflict, 1,219 people were killed, most of them civilians, according to a recent AFP tally. Currently, talks are underway between international mediators in both sides, aiming to secure a ceasefire that would pause the fighting and allow much-needed aid into Gaza. The proposed deal includes the release of Israeli hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners, as well as the opening of humanitarian corridors. However, key issues such as the future control of Gaza and long-term security arrangements remain unresolved. And finally, in the news outside the country, Qatar's Prime Minister and Turkish delegates joined Hamas and Egyptian negotiators yesterday in Egypt in talks aimed at ending the 2-year-long war. Based on a 20-point plan proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump, negotiations between Israel and Hamas are being held in the Red Sea resort town of Sharm el-Sheikh. Speaking from the Oval Office, Trump said this could be a real chance for change and that the region might finally see peace in the Middle East. He added that the United States would do everything possible to ensure that all parties involved in the negotiations adhere to the deal. And that's all for the news at 12, October 9, 2025. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. Thanks to our news writer, Albay PIO and Naomi Ruth Hernandez. And on the technical side, Tad Bobis. And our Provincial Information Officer, OIC Marty Gonzalez. And under the supervision of our Governor, Noel E. Rosal, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.